The fourth generation Volkswagen Golf was the best-selling car in Europe in 2001. So it was obviously very popular in that time, which means that you can find lots of these cars all over the world, even today. This VW Golf was made from 1997 to 2003. The estate version of this car was made even to 2006. The build quality of the interior is good. However, some of the plastic materials can be more worn after many years of using. There shouldn't be rust on the body panels. However, I would recommend to check the car properly also for rust, even if it's not very common. There is sometimes problem with the fuel gauge, alternator, windscreen wipers, headlight condensation, central locking system, window regulators, air conditioning, or with the water leaking into the interior. This Volkswagen is equipped with a quite simple suspension, which is usually alright. However, the suspension parts and the bearings can be more worn, mainly in high mileage cars. So pay attention to various rattling and humming noises from the suspension. The good thing is that the new suspension parts are usually cheap and easy to replace. From the petrol engines, you can basically choose whichever you want. However, the 1.4-liter 4-cylinder engine can have more worn camshafts if the previous owner have not changed the oil regularly. Then the 1.8-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine is notorious for blocking up the oil strainer in the oil pan, which causes lower oil pressure. This means that the engine parts will be more worn, and in the worst case you can end up with a seized engine. So you should clean this oil strainer after buying, and then every 100,000 kilometers. There can be also carbon buildup in this engine, worn turbocharger, or the variable valve timing mechanism will be more worn in high mileage models. The 5 or 6 cylinder petrol engines are usually alright, however they can of course have regular problems. You can choose only from two 4-cylinder diesel engines, the 1.9-liter SDI without a turbocharger and the 1.9-liter TDI with a turbocharger. These engines are reliable enough and they also have great fuel consumption. However, they can of course have regular diesel engine problems. It's very important to change the oil in the engine after 15,000 kilometers, but the best is to change it after 10,000 kilometers. All the engines are equipped with timing belt, so you have to replace the timing belt every 90,000 kilometers. In 1.8-liter turbocharged petrol engine after 120,000 kilometers. You can choose the manual 5 or 6-speed gearbox, which is usually reliable, or there is the automatic gearbox. The automatic gearbox can have sometimes electronic or mechanic problems. You should definitely change the oil in the automatic gearbox every 60,000 kilometers. Before buying, check the paint job and also the gaps between the body panels. They should be even on the left and on the right side too. I hope that this information are helpful enough. If you have some questions, write them into comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe or comment. Thanks for watching.